Yeah, hey, how you doing? Um, I'm not. My goal is not to sound like anti-gay or whatever, but what I'm about to say might come across as that. So what I'm trying to do right now is just like spread awareness because what is happening is just like really fucked up, and what's really fucked up is that people are there's a lot of people in the gay community who are making claims that they have been attacked verbally or physically because they're gay, and a lot of times, not all the times, and I'm not saying every single time, but a lot of times, and this is documented, it's not true. Now I want to go back in my history. There was a time when I went to a Chinese restaurant. I'm going back in my history for you to understand me. There was a time when I went back. I was in a Chinese restaurant and I seen this guy blow a kiss to another guy, and I was like, well, "What are you doing? That makes no sense. That's disgusting. Like, why would you do that? That's another dude." And then we ended up getting into a conversation, and the conversation was 2 hours. It wasn't a debate, it was a discussion. And he told me as long as he could possibly remember, he never had any attraction for the opposite sex. And this guy was 12 years old at the time. And I was older than him, just a little bit. And it changed the way I viewed gays, because after him, I started to notice, because back in that time, if you were gay, it was like forget it. All gays was in the closet. It wasn't cool to be gay. Nothing like that. So, because of the conversation me and him had, I started to notice other people who possibly could be gay, and I got in conversations with them, and they also told me the same thing, which led me to believe that gays are a lot of gays are born gay, and I like at times questioned my spiritual beliefs because I was always told you're not supposed to lay with the same sex, and it's an abomination. And I'm thinking if God made these people um, gay, then why did He made it a sin? Like, I think that's unfair. Like, it's like why make them with that handicap? Like, life is tough as it is. Why do that? So fast forwarding further in the future, there was a time. I don't want to give too much information because I don't want to blow people up or any business that I work with. But there was this guy. We're gonna just come up with a nickname. We're gonna call him Frederick. And there was another guy named Tom. These are not real names. And Frederick was not emotionally. He was not emotionally intact. And plus, he was a crack addict. This guy was new to the game, and he was gay. He was openly gay. He let everybody know he was gay. He was flamboyant, but he wasn't emotionally intact. And the thing was like Frederick was feeling Tom, and Frederick made a move on Tom, and Tom wasn't feeling it, and he let him know, and he said to Frederick, "Listen, you know I'm straight, so why are you putting these moves?" Shut him down. Frederick was emotionally, he didn't react to it emotionally. He like overreacted. And then Frederick went to our boss and told our boss that um, Tom is attacking him because he's gay and he's calling them gay names and he's bullying him. Tom ended up getting fired because they just automatically believe Frederick. Now, I'm not saying this is all gays. Not all gays do this. It wouldn't be fair. But the thing is that we're in a society which is like we overprotect gays to the point where the moment somebody gay says that they have been attacked or disrespected, then it's like it's wrong, and we attack the person who's accused. to the point of they have no means of defense. And there's many situations where, a gay person has said, hey, somebody's attacking me, and they're attacking me because I'm gay. And then you have this audience of people who just attack the accuser. Now, I don't think that's fair, and that happens a lot. And the whole point of my video is simply, hey, if you hear somebody say, this person, if you hear somebody say that they were attacked because they were gay, don't necessarily believe them off the bat. That doesn't mean believe the person who's accused, but don't stay neutral. Don't get emotional about an accusation. Now, you might say, wait a minute, don't women say the same thing? Don't women lie about rape? Yes, but those topics I do address when I'm addressing a subject. I'm addressing every topic as they come, and I'm addressing things topic by topic. I have addressed, about women lying about rape, but and you might, and it's a situation where all I'm asking is for people just to stop and think. I feel like we're so emotionally invested into the gay community that they could run and say anything and get away with it. It's just like when this woman said, somebody wrote on the receipt saying, I'm not going to tip you because you're gay. People believe it. And this chick had over $30,000 in donations because of that. Later on, finding out this woman lied. My thing is, like, I see it too much. And I've seen it over and over again, and I'm trying to make a cause of action so we can start having justice, So, yeah, there are other groups who are lying, but I'm not saying all gays lie. All I'm saying is that don't jump to conclusions. Now, you might say, well, you shouldn't focus on just gays lying. You should focus on anybody who's making an accusation. But the defense for gays is so strong that it's stronger than almost anybody who would make any type of group that would make an accusation. Like if a black person was to say, I was attacked because I was black, it doesn't hold as much weight as a gay person saying, hey, I've been attacked because I am gay. I didn't get this job because I am gay. Any group that is favored or has a leniency to be believed, someone within that group is going to take advantage of the fact that people are going to believe them without a shadow of a doubt the moment they make an accusation. And that's what I'm trying to not get. And there's many different groups out there that's like that. I feel like gays are the strongest amongst those groups. Or rather, they're not. I'll talk about the other groups as they come. They're already addressed. But I feel like this gay topic is a major topic, and it's like I think it's going to hurt the gay community if those people who are lying about and using the gay card to their advantage don't be addressed. And I think one way to do it is just say, listen, just because somebody did this doesn't mean it was because you were gay. I don't know if what you did or what happened was because you're gay. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. This is part 1. I'm going to get back in part 2. But I definitely want everybody to, like, respond to what I'm saying. And I'll get back to you, Hit me up, subscribe. Let's start this movement. Let this be a cause and a fight for justice.